chance of coming over the top. It's interesting they're not playing an extra man behind the ball. They're going man on man with the 6. In fact, looking at that, it's 6-5. So this is very interesting. Rye has actually put a man behind the ball, kicking against the wind. Keep an eye. There's 7 down there in defence. Is there for Rye? There's only 5 in the forward line. So we'll see how that goes. The third quarter is underway. A 7-point lead to Rye. Straight out of the centre goes Mullet. Kicks inside 50. Ball fisted away to ground there by McRae. Front and centre getting there first was Bancroft. Got the hand pass off. Charging out of defence with a couple of bounces. Good piece of play for Rosebud. Kick goes down to the wing. That was from Stevens. Turnover time, and it's coming straight back. Kirkwood, the captain of Rye, kicks down towards the wing to half forward. It bounces away and goes over for a throw in 50 metres around from the Rye goal.
A full year from Adam Kirkwood, and Rye will be so much better for it. He just seems to miss a couple of games. His body sort of lets him down a little bit at times, but boy, oh boy, he's a fantastic player.
One down at the back by Dwyer for Rosebud. Spinning out of the pack there was McIndoe. Kicks up towards full forward. Leading the race for the ball. Coming in from the side was Krumich. He got a kick away out towards centre wing. Downey has got plenty of space. Sean Downey. Can he get it to sit? He can. Stops, props, turns back inboard. Kicks it well. Short pass to Stoffels. Takes the mark in front of Danaher. Wants to go, but Danaher's held him up. Stoffels kicks towards half forward onto the lead of Kraska. Did he mark it? He did. He did enough, said the umpire. Kraska plays on from 50. Poor kick towards centre half forward. Turnover time. It's all Rye. In the hands of Barden now. He received from McIndoe. Cuts on the outside of the boot out towards centre wing. Getting there first is Boswell. Can he keep it in? He does. Steps around his man. Has a bounce. Wouldn't want another one as he nears the beach. Kicks towards half forward. Good mark there taken by Jackson Allen. He's got a good pair of hands, the young Dandenong Stingray Allen. Goes with the switch, danger time. Kraska floats in from the side, couldn't take the mark. Turnover, away goes Danaher. Just throws it on the boot, a big up and under towards half forward. Bit of holding going on. Umpire saw it, free kick. Advantage taken by Mullet. Kicks in towards the forward pocket. Gelino takes the mark deep in the forward pocket. And, well, I think he's in the poor position to kick for goal. He swings around onto the left boot and pushes it across the face and through for one behind. Gelino has 1 goal, 2. Rye 4-4-28. Rosebud 2-8-20 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 2.5 minutes gone in the third quarter. Ball back into play. Here's some trouble for Dwyer. He gets caught. He's gone. Holding the ball, and it's a free kick to Rye, and it's going to be taken by Joel Wills, who got him. Bit of how do you do just off the pack between Barden and Jarman. The kick in from Wills is not good. It's been kicked straight to Dwyer, who takes the mark. Lopes across the goal square. Dangerous. That's not 15. Play on's the call. Pressure for McRae. He's got it out wide. He did well. Kept calm, and Matt Baker takes the mark.
I think both sides are going to roll the dice a little bit more. It seems to be sort of more end-to-end football rather than being locked up in the middle, so I think both sides are going to have a fair dinkum crack at it in the second half.
Certainly started that way in the first quarter as well before tightening up. Bancroft beaten for it by a more desperate McIndoe on that time. And now Barden gets a free kick for being unloaded. He plays on, kicks towards full forward. Wills takes the mark. Got one high as well. So young Wills, Joel Wills, can line up 30 metres out directly in front to put the first goal on the board in the third quarter. And remember, Rye kicked 2 goals in the first 90 seconds of this game. So since then, there's only been, 2 goals, 4 for them and 2-8 for Rosebud. So it's a really low-scoring game of footy when it looked like it was going to be wide open. Wills, stuttering approach, but a good kick. And the first goal of the third quarter goes to young Joel Wills, and they come from everywhere to get around the young fella. Good football, good goal, and Rye go to 5 goals, 4-34 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Rosebud 2-8-20. We've played 4 minutes in the third quarter.
He's had a pretty reasonable first quarter as young Wills, and that was a good goal. And for them to get the first goal of this third quarter is absolutely crucial. And look, Rye obviously with a 14-point lead with basically 20 minutes of wind assisted time to go. If anything over 4 goals, low-scoring game, it's going to be tough to run down. So it's a vital 20 minutes coming up for both sides.
Barden's copped one in the solar plexus and gets a free kick for it. Goes towards the pocket. Great mark. Strong lead from Greg. And he gets on the end of it. Probably too far out to score. Man on the mark is right on the 50, Matt Baker. Of course, his brother Tom has gone to VFL this year, I believe, Vossi.
Yeah, Tom was
Casey, was it?
Very much a vital cog last year in Rosebud's side, and they're just lacking a little bit down forward at the moment, although they've got Kraska down there, but he just hasn't been able to clunk a few marks. And
bit short on touch, isn't he? Greg loads up from 55. It was too far out. And the stretch for distance has put him offline, and it's out of bounds on the full.
7 inside 50s to 2 this quarter in favour of Rye.
Stevens brings it back into play as a wobbly helicopter punt, but it got to Bancroft. His kick is not much better, and it doesn't find his target. Schultz, you don't put it at the big man's ankles. It makes it really tough. Kirkwood couldn't get it clear. Diving in Wills. Also desperation from the Rosebud defender. Did well, did Kirkwood. Got it back to Shea. His kick was sent offline. Wills could have been caught high. Umpire said play on. High fend again from Jarman. Umpire let it go once more. Kicked out of defence by Rose out towards the wing. Keegan Downey knocked away from him by Dunn. Picked up by Dunn on the rebound. He did well. Terrific play. Kicks inside forward 50. Pack crashes. Ball hits the ground. Picked up. Oh, there's an ankle problem there for Stevens as he kicked it. Just a cramp, thankfully. He found the target. Keegan Downey gets it across to Boswell. He can go all the way here. Boswell runs to 50, sets sail for home, pushes it across the face, though. Back with the flight of the ball. Kraska couldn't take the mark. It fell to Taylor, and he runs out of defence for Rye towards the wing. A long run they go. Mullet down towards full forward. Beautiful lace-out pass finds Greg. The game's opened up. Greg's kicks a shocker off the outside of the boot. It'll bounce near the cricket pitch. Hand pass up from Winters Kerr. Got it across. Chance for Danaher. Unloaded, dispossessed. Going again was Mullet. Gets it across to Samways. Good hand pass. Shea from the 50. Unloaded as he kicked it. And it went slightly offline. And through for one behind to Scott Shea. That's his second one of the day.
Aaron Mullet's just...
Ryan Mullet.
Aaron Mullet. Ryan Mullet is starting to find a little bit of the football, and he's starting to get a lot of open football, actually. And had they got that goal, they would have doubled their score, which would have been a significant moment in the game. But as it is, still a 15-point, a good margin.
It's been terrific since quarter time. Ryan Mullet has. The mark is taken by Brenton Davidge. Brenton Davidge at half back. 5-5 plays 2-8, a 15-point lead. Boswell got the hand pass across to Stevens. He's had a good day. Hand pass wasn't so good. Gives an opportunity though. Running onto it was Jarman. Kicks in towards the pocket. Misses Kraska. He's being tracked for it by Taylor. Pack converges on him. He's been held, I think, Kraska. He has. So Michael Kraska gets the free kick. Plays on, swings around, turns his man inside out, straightens up, gives the hand pass into the pocket. Not sure that was the best idea, but he got it back, Kraska, and then slammed it into the woodwork. Trying to do something a little bit special, and it wasn't really there. One behind to Kraska. He's got 2. And it's 2-9-21 Rosebud to 5-5-35 Rye on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Telstra Shop, Mornington and Rosebud match of the day. Mullet got it across to Allen. He goes short to Danaher. Still inside defensive 50. Stephen Danaher. Nowhere to go. Called to play on by the umpire, so he sets it up long in towards the centre wing position. Worked under the football was Henley. Picked up now by the Buds towards the centre half forward position for Spooner. It's too far out to score is Spooner. He could come out wide here to Bancroft. Decides otherwise. Kicks towards the full forward. Kraska. Couple to beat. Couldn't do so. Ball knocked to ground. Kirkwood got it to Rice. Now Rice was unloaded after he kicked it. That's been ignored, and the kick went way off the side of his boot and out of bounds on the full. Kraska with the free kick. The crowd is very strong in this area in front of the clubhouse.
Significant.
And Kraska's kick is terrible. Hugged the boundary line, bounced on the chalk and went over for a throw in.
They're just lacking that one piece of quality ball use to get to pinpointing their passes. They're just not hitting their passes, and that's what's letting them down going into the forward line.
Just short of polish, aren't they? Hand pass away from McIndoe. Gathered here by Corrin. Now Sean Downey snaps around the corner, back to the top of the goal square. Brilliant Mark Millhouse. On the top of the goal square, took the grab. He's played on and then found himself with nowhere to go, but he's up to the task. Got it to Mullet. Swings around onto the right boot, kicks down towards centre wing. Bouncing ball. Gelino had to stop prop and he hit the deck. And it's over for a throw in. Millhouse and Mullet are really coming into calculations for this Mornington Peninsula Brewery Player of the Day.
Yeah, Mullet especially. He's we know what sort of quality he is, and he's certainly making his mark at the moment.
Ball's at half back for Rosebud. Has to get a quick kick away. Boswell does so. Keegan Downey handball quickly to no one in particular. Then tried to draw the free kick and did so successfully against Dunn. Right on the cricket pitch, Keegan Downey kicks towards half forward. Rice got a hand in there, knocked it to ground, Hagan Rice, and then got run down. Good tackle from behind Peterson. Advantage taken quickly by Jamie Clark. Kicks inside forward 50. Who's there? Kraska at the base of the pack. Spooner at the top. Numbers are, however, with Rye. Came to Kirkwood. Has a bounce and streams out of defence. Has another one. Takes them on and ran away. Into the centre of the ground, Mullet. Gets the hand pass off quickly to Danaher. Has to stop and wait. Kick beautifully smothered there by Corrin. Going again. There was Mullet under pressure. He has to knock it away and finds the boundary line in front of Henley.
Well, what have we played this quarter? 11. I reckon Mullet must have had 7 or 8 so far in this quarter.
At least.
Yeah, he's certainly putting his stamp on this game. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Whippy is leaving the building.
Didn't even get one.
Bench
come back
for 2.5 quarters.
Yeah, I've been calling the footy, mate. Ball is over there towards the boundary line and goes over.
Well, I've been with you. I haven't been there either, but I'm just saying,
Yeah.
I thought the car must have broken down, but they've left. So
Yeah, you'd reckon they'd stay for the whole game.
with the number plate of Lick 1.
Lick one, yep. Well, we're not licking one because he's taking off and we're missing out, and he's losing about $12. So we'll have a ball up on the outer side of the
I
ground.
reckon he would have covered his costs.
I think he'd be all right. Yeah. He must have done all right. Either that, or he's decided that the other side of the ground might be more interested in an ice cream. One down by Ben Dwyer. Forward go Rosebud. Chance here for Stoffels. Couldn't get it away. Good play, Peterson. Ducked out of the pack. Kicked in towards the pocket. Keegan Downey. These boys have got strong hands, haven't they? They brothers, the Downeys?
Yeah.
You would think so.
Yeah, you would think so, yeah.
They're both very strong overhead. And the mark has been taken by Spooner in the forward pocket. Tough kick from here.
They just need a goal, and they just look. This is, as you said, a really tough kick because windy day out near the pockets, not easy pockets even on a clear day. So it's just a little bit windy at the moment. It'll take a really good kick from one of their better players than Ryan Spooner.
Spooner from 45 metres out, sets it up to the beautiful spot at the back. Great mark by Davidge. He was fourth in line. He had 3
Did he mark that in the goal square?
He did mark it in the goal square.
So that should be a straight kick at goal, not the angle that he's on.
He's been pushed right out to the boundary line. I'm sure he marked that in the goal square with 3 Rye players in front of him. Should kick it anyway, to be fair, but he should be directly in front. Davidge kicks a goal, doesn't matter. Big goal for Rosebud. And the blue and whites get the margin back to 8 points. They're 3 goals, 9-27. Rye 5-5-35 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 14 minutes gone, third quarter. This is RPPFM, the voice of Peninsula football.
It's another wonderful session here at Brewery, and traditional field has been set with lager at long leg and pale and brown and IPA at What, first, second and third slipping?
Mornington Peninsula Brewery love cricket as much as they love making world-class beer. That's why they're sponsors of local cricket. This summer, treat yourself to a long innings of beer and pizza at the Brewery Bar. Mornington Peninsula Brewery, 72 Watt Road in Mornington. Station sponsors.
8-point margin for Ryan. They've had 15 minutes of wind assisted time in this corner. It's 1 goal each, so Rosebud hanging in there, Brendan.
Yes, this is looking very good for the Buds. Hand pass away for Rose. Here they go again. Kicked inside 50 there by, it was Peterson. It'll come out again, however. Ball out wide from Taylor. Danaher runs onto it. Hand pass up towards the wing for Allen. Gets onto the right boot. Chips towards to the scoreboard area. Hand pass not good. Little piece of play by Wells. Got it across to Shea. Kicks towards half forward. Front spot. Good mark, Baker. That's where you've got to be against Greg. Baker plays on. Into the centre half back position. Oh, good desperation to get there and make the spoil from Appleford. They're still going to end up with the ball, Rosebud. This is Dwyer. Has time to steady and line up his kick and muck it up. Down towards half forward. Getting back there first was Winters Kerr. Can he get a kick away? Does so back to the wing. Dwyer will get another chance. Camped behind the footy. Right on the wing is Dwyer. This is a better kick. Finds Rose. Inside forward 50, looking for Downey. Couldn't quite bring it down. Front spot. It's Kirkwood. He's caught. Got a hand pass away. Left behind by Samways. That's a throw against Stevens. He's got to be pinged. Umpire said high tackle. And which way does it go? There's a bit of how do you do going on behind the interchange bench. Few scruff of the neck grabs. Involved in it was McIndoe. Also there was Stevens, who I think was the one who's given away the free kick. And it's going to go to Ben Winters Kerr on the halfback flank for Rye. And time back on is called now. 16 and a half minutes gone in this third quarter. Winters Kerr goes long in towards the centre of the ground. The ball bounces past the advantage of Henley, who doubles back. Will it sit up for him? He got put to ground. Chance now for McRae for Rosebud. He ends up stuck on top of the football and we'll have a ball up. So just forward of the centre. Umpire goes up in the air. One down by Dwyer, who's starting to get his hands on the footy in the taps, trying to work his way through and doing well was Millhouse. Taken away, though, by Stevens, who's been good. Kick out towards the wing. Davidge has kicked the last goal for Rosebud. Spears it around the wing. That's got to be a hold. It has to be a hold, and it is. Hagan Rice gets the free kick against Peterson. Crucial 7 or 8 minutes here before three-quarter time, Vossi.
Absolutely, when you consider that it's a low-scoring game. If you take out that first 90 seconds, it's 3 goals each, and Rye took those first 2 goals in the first 90 seconds of the game, but 5-5 to 3-9. Typical first game sort of pre-match nerves, I suppose. Sterling busted straight through the pack. His kick wasn't good. Boswell backs himself and runs away. Henley can't go after him. 3 bounces for Boswell. 4 bounces for Boswell. Steps around and then drops the football. Has time to steady. Kick on goal. Boswell kicks. Touched on the line. Oh! What an anti-climax. He could have gone another couple of steps there. You're a party pooper, Ryan Taylor. Saves the day on the goal line. That would have been the goal of the year in round 1. Put down your glasses and forget about it. But a behind is all that results thanks to Ryan Taylor's outstretched hand. 3-10-28 Rosebud, 5-5-35 Rye. They'll still have another chance here, the Buds. Dwyer kicks inside 50, doesn't make the target. Schultz picked up now by Corrin. Whistle on play, it's coming back. Free kick going to McIndoe. 11 inside 50s each of 2 this quarter, and it's only a 7-point margin, and boy, this game is tightening up. Tell you what, I like the way Nick Boswell goes about it. He's been taking the game on all day, and that was just terrific, running all the way from inside defensive 50 well, he was an inch away from a goal. Free kick has been paid here further upfield now on the wing, and it's going to James Appleford. Wanted to give the hand pass off. Eventually he did. It's Danaher.
Kicks towards half forward. He didn't look where he was going. There's a Rosebud player down in the centre of the ground. Looks like he's copped one. It hasn't been seen by anybody, but it is Jamie Clark, who doesn't look in a good way inside the centre square. Keep an eye on that, Vossi. We'll have he might have copped one where no one wants to be copped.
Right in the opposite stalls, you reckon?
Yes, it certainly looks that way. That's where he's holding. And the ball up on forward 50 for Rye. You really think the Demons need one now before three-quarter time, just to steady the ship.
Anyone would think this is a wet day and the ball's hard to handle. It's windy, but by no stretch of the imagination is it super difficult out there. It's not the most difficult conditions I'm playing. It's round one. It's a low-scoring game. Both sides don't want to lose.
There's desperation plus, no question about that. The skill level is not high. It's a little bit higher, Jamie Clark. He's holding basically across the RFC, but he's on his feet and he's okay. Boundary throw in, forward 50 for Rye. One down front spot there by Winters Kerr, and it makes its way back to the boundary. And we'll throw it in again. 20 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter, thanks to the Telstra shop, Mornington and Rosebud. Pete and the team there doing a great job bringing you the match of the day. Good Friday Derby football on RPP. Trying to break through as Bard, and he got caught high and slung off the ball, and the umpire ignored both of them. And he will come in and ball it up again. This is just crucial here. Rosebud would be very, very happy just to keep it tied up here for the next 5 minutes till the siren goes. And we're going to have a blood rule here. So coming off the ground, looks like it might be Shea for Rye, I should say. He'll be replaced by Matt McIndoe, who's had a good day. Been told to stay off the play, so the umpire puts it up in the air. Barden missed. He had an air swing on the ball. Working through Watts, had to get a hand pass away. Ball up by Payne for Rosebud, and off to the races again goes Boswell. Two bounces, draws the man, steps around, has a third. Now he's in trouble. Hand pass over the top. Bad bounce for Corrin. Going back in again. Keep playing. The Boswell, that's who I'm looking for. Good hand pass out. Quick kick on goal. Quick kick on goal. Just offline and through for one behind to Stoffels. And Rosebud are coming over the top of Rye at the moment. 3:11.29. Rye 5:35. 6 points the difference on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 22 gone third quarter.
14 shots to 10, and they're behind on the scoreboard, and they've had more inside 50s to the game, but Nick Boswell's had a fantastic third quarter.
It's coming back in again for Rosebud, inside 50. Downey has it knocked away from him. Keegan picked up by Winters Kerr, got the hand pass up to Rice, threw it on the boot, comes out towards the broadcast side. Foot race here is being led, and well, he's a little bit unlucky here. Is Jackson Allen. Slipping over at the crucial stage was Jamie Clark, and Allen landed in his back. Free kick every time, but unlucky Allen. And the kick from Clark goes into the pocket. Big fly Keegan Downey, couldn't drag it down. Caught off the ball. Rice happy to wander over the line, and we'll have a boundary throw in. That would have probably been called deliberate in the AFL this year, mate. There's another new rule for you. I can fire you up on this one pretty well, I reckon. Ball back into play. Deep forward for Rosebud. Quick kick was smothered off Stoffels. Rice's kick also smothered, and it goes back over the line for a boundary throw-in.
I'm still getting over Sam Mitchell about 10 or 12 years ago in Brisbane. He kicked the ball to the boundary. He kicked it 65 metres, and they said he kicked it deliberately out of bounds. He kicked it 65 metres forward. The ball took a bounce and went sideways out, and that was deliberate.
Ridiculous, isn't it? Quick kick away came from Winters Kerr. He's come into the game in the last 15 minutes or so. And we'll have a boundary throw-in right in front of our broadcast position and the Rosebud interchange bench. 24 minutes have ticked by. Can't be long to go. There's only been 2 goals in this third quarter, 1 apiece. Ball back towards the boundary line, and Bancroft sees it over. 6 points it is on the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
Rye going to have to kick some goals in the last quarter because they're not going to hold this lead against the wind in the last quarter.
It's just dropped off for now. A beautiful sunshine on the backs. Nice here at Olympic Oval as the up and under kick has been, well, it was touched off the boot and the mark wasn't paid to Stevens. He thought it was going to be a mark. He has to hand it over. Ball up again. One down over the top by Nisbet. Running away and kicking forward was Sean Downey. Good mark by Keegan Downey. Got the hand pass away to Jamie Clark. Runs to 50. Sets the kick out in front of Kraska. Is a little bit too far in front of him. Has to run onto the football. Doesn't get the bounce he wanted. Good play by Taylor. Won the footy. Wanted it more. Nisbet caught. Got a kick away just in time. Here's Barden through the centre of the ground. Big challenge late in the quarter. Barden kicks towards full forward. No mark able to be taken there. Ball's on ground level. Who wants it the most? Quick kick away was good from Krumich. Finds the man in Dwyer. Got it back to Krumich. Best on ground in the grand final. Crucial possession. Misses his target again. Picked up by Barden. It'll come back in for Rye. In towards the pocket just over the head of Greg. Gelino looks for the man, draws it to the goal square. Another handball over the top. It wasn't good. It wasn't a good hand pass. The man was on his own, Millhouse, in the goal square, and they couldn't find him. Rush behind to Rye. They lead by 7. Coast to coast chance here. Boswell decides to kick this time. A spearing ball. Just misses the target, which was Schultz. Ball at ground level. Picked up here by Appleford. He got it across to Nisbet. Goes towards the wing. Danaher stops and props on his own. Gelino, the kick ignores him. Goes towards centre half forward. Almost the mark, not quite for Mullet. Got a hand pass up. Snap on goal, Millhouse. It's there. Good play. Crucial goal late in the quarter for Rye. And Dean Millhouse is the man who's done it. And the margin goes out to 13 points in the shadows of three quarters. Rye 6-6-42, Rosebud 3-11-29. First goal for Dean Millhouse late in this quarter on the Rye Hotel scoreboard.
Must only be seconds to go, so in saying that, 13 points, a little bit better, but it's still going to have to do something in the last quarter because you think Rosebud, especially with Nick Boswell attacking off half-back the way he is, they need to do something about him at three-quarter time to the Rye side because Nick Boswell's had a fantastic quarter this quarter.
He has no question. Bancroft got dispossessed. They can go again here. Mullet kicks inside forward 50 for Rye. Nudged under the ball. Umpire said it's a mark. Boswell paid the mark. He goes out wide and he finds Davidge, who dropped the mark but has plenty of time. Little chip out wide. Finds Payne. Brenton Payne still on the half-back flank. The margin is 13 points. Now with Ben Dwyer, who ran on and got the footy back. 27 and a half minutes gone in the third quarter. Dwyer kicks an up and under. Flying from the side was Keegan Downey. Peterson's handball missed the target. Stoffels back to Peterson. Flicked out wide. Who wants this one? It's in the hands of Rose. Got it across to Bancroft. Can't pick it up. Had a couple of goes and that made it all the much more difficult. Rose goes underground with the handball. And it was a poor effort by Danaher, who just put it on the boot and kicked it out of bounds on the full. There was no need to put that on his boot at all, I wouldn't have thought. And it's with Ben Schultz. Hard up against the boundary line. Big crowd right at his back. Tests the win. It'll be really tough. He's got to kick it hard at the near goalpost, I reckon, and hope it stays in. The wind has just dropped off, which will help him. He goes with the banana. Look at that! Look at that! Sensational kick by Ben Schultz from the boundary line. What a ripper on the banana. And Rosebud get it back right before three-quarter time. The Buds 4-11-35. Rye 6-6-42 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 29 minutes gone, third quarter. That is a ripper, Vossi.
I was just about to say before you think that Ben Schultz would certainly know that every inch of this ground, and if anyone could kick a goal from there, he probably could. And, well, the margin back to, 7 7 points. So that really good goal for Rosebud right on 3/4 time. We're 29 minutes in. Surely there's only seconds to go.
He would have practiced a lot of those at training too, you would think. Oh, Bancroft's been bowled over, trying to make his way through the pack is Payne. Could they get another one? This quarter has gone a lot longer than the previous two. Here's a chance now for, it was Stevens, kicks inside, siren goes for 3/4 time. And what an entertaining quarter. It wasn't always the cleanest footy, but both teams took it on. And we saw plenty of action. It's 3/4 time, and the margin, well, it was 7 points at half time, and at the end of it, it's still 7 points. And I think Rosebud will be pretty happy with that. Rye 6 goals, 642. Rosebud 4-11-35 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Goal scorers for the Demons, all singles. Gelino, Henley, Gregg, Millhouse, Danaher and Wills. For Rosebud, all singles as well. Downey, Sean, Downey, Keegan, Davidge and Schultz in the shadows of 3/4 time. It's a 7-point lead to Rye. Back shortly to tell you all about it. This is RPPFM, the voice of Peninsula football.
It's another wonderful session here at
Watch that one and listen to this one. You can see what we find there. 3-goal win to the Bomber Reserves is up there on Twitter. So Frankston winning in the reserves against Pearcedale.
Yeah, I got my mobile phone with the Twitter account, and of course it doesn't show you as much as what it does when you're on the actual bigger computer, does it?
Photo brings up the crowd. Look at that there at Frankston.
Yeah. Oh no, it's big.
How good does the new pavilion look there in that photo? I look forward to getting over there and having a look.
Be good calling footy out of there later in the year, that's for sure.
7 points the margin as we turn for home in the last quarter. Good Friday derby football at Olympic Oval. We're underway. Mullet's caught. Got a hand pass away to Danaher. Snap around the corner. Goes down towards half forward. Bouncing ball. It'll run away. Boswell tracks it. Can he get there before the line? He can't. It's over for a boundary throw-in. So yeah, just looking at the photos, a huge crowd over there at Frankston. That's Frankston Park, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I'm just as I said, I don't think you get as much there on my phone as opposed to what you do there. I can't do as much on my phone there.
Yeah, I'm not finding the feed yet, but that's fine. We've got a much more interesting game going on here at the moment. So don't change your radio dial because it's all happening here. 6:42 Rye, Rosebud 4:11:35.
We'll be the only one at about 200 kilometres, I reckon, calling football today. So.
Yep, and we're going to have a thrilling finish by the looks of it. The ball's made its way to centre wing without any real possessions. One down by Dwyer. Mullet caught by Dwyer, dispossessed. Good play by the ruckman, backed up well. And we'll have a ball up on the true centre wing position on the outer side.
I picked Rye at the start. I'm happy to stick with Rye, but they need to kick at least a couple of goals this last quarter.
Yeah, they're not going to hang on kicking one behind like they did in the second term. Witness Kerr has booted it to half forward, and Boswell did take the mark. He goes
about Rosebud's best player too.
Yep, he has been terrific, and he's gotten better as the game's gone on. Spooner. Bancroft started like a house on fire, but he's gone a bit quiet. Spooner kicks towards half forward. Charging out was Keegan Downey. Couldn't mark. Sean Downey front and centre. Gave the hand pass off. Ball knocked to ground there by Nisbet. Coming out of defence now, dodging and weaving is Kirkwood. Got it back to Nisbet. Kicks out towards the wing. Stolen away here by Stevens. Gets around onto his left foot, hooks it back in towards forward 50. No mark Nisbet. Hand pass up. Sean Downey. Beautiful smother there. Goal-saving smother for Rye. Hand pass up. It came to the advantage of Payne from Jarman. He goes for goal from 50. It doesn't have the carry. It's safely marked in the goal square down there by, I think it was McIndoe. Worked out of defence. It's going to come back in, and a mark has not been taken. This is Shea, dispossessed. Wells, Shea, Mullet can't get through, and we'll have a ball up. Contenders for the Mornington Peninsula Brewery Player of the Day, Vossi. There's a few.
Yeah, I think Mullet definitely, and Boswell I think will be the two at the moment for the respective sides.
Wells away. or Wills I should say. Now it's Barden, who has been pretty quiet today, kicks to the centre of the ground. No mark able to be taken by Appleford. Was there a push? No, was holding the ball. Advantage taken by Jarman. Gets onto the left, kicks towards full forward. Downey looked like he was being held, holding both ways. Perhaps. Umpire said play on. It came to Rice. Kicks out towards centre wing. Bouncing ball. Stevens can't get there quickly enough. And it's over for a throw-in.
And again, 3.5 minutes in the last quarter, 5 inside 50s to nothing so far for the quarter. It's gone in, it's gone out, it's gone in, it's gone out, and they just need to put some score on the board and just sort of looking here. I'm sure that's Paddy Swain there, coach of Pines, who's here having a look at good game of football. His side plays tomorrow at Seaford. Of course, we'll be actually having Paddy on the locker room tomorrow at 9:30, having a chat to him tomorrow on 98.7 FM, so tune in for that.
Here's a chance for Kraska, front and centre, gives the hand pass off. Probably should have went for goal, but it's going to work. Open goal, Spooner. It looked like he might have struggled to get a handle on it, but it's set up for him nicely, and Spooner runs in and makes it a point the difference at Olympic Oval. Here come the Buds. 5:11.41, Rye 6:6.42 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Telstra Shop, Mornington and Rosebud, match of the day. We're in for a grandstand finish, Vossi.
I think Rosebud are going to run over the top of them. I really do at this stage. It's 6 inside 50s to nothing in the last quarter in the early stages. Rosebud have at least got a goal on the board to put that pressure on. But yeah, at this stage, Rye, they wouldn't want to lose this after what happened to them last year. It'd be a long couple of weeks for them.
Yeah, they've been sweating on that loss to Sorrento for 6 months. As a free kick is paid here, chance for Bancroft, kicks towards half forward, but the mark has been taken by Kirkwood. He got a hand pass away. They need a goal now, you would think. Divine Richardson has it knocked away from him for Rye. Had a good second quarter, haven't seen him since. Now Corrin kicks inside forward 50 over the head of Kraska. Divine couldn't take the mark. Gathered by Wills. Kicks out wide towards the boundary line. Diving effort from McIndoe. Couldn't take the mark. Camped over the footy. Umpire says no prior opportunity.
I wonder if Danaher's actually on the ground, because he has dropped right out of the game, Steve Danaher. But I'm sort of having trouble picking him up whether he's actually on the ground at the moment. But certainly he was one that was dominant in the first half, but not so in the second.
Haven't seen a lot of him since then. Hand pass came up. They need to get one on the football. It's fumbled by Nisbet. Has to go again. Bancroft tries to work his way through. Sean Downey somehow gets away and then left the footy behind. Pack converges again. Stoffels ensures it's not coming out. And we'll have a ball up.
Nathan Henley was in there as well, and he hasn't had a really good day after a good start. It hasn't been his sort of day either, but probably not a real ideal day for forwards either.
They thought their experience would help them, Rye, but the experienced blokes have been a little bit quiet, haven't they? As for the majority of the match, as the umpire calls for a ball up.
And I just got a score through from Bomb Beach. I can tell you at 3/4 time, Edithvale Aspinall 13 points in front there, 8-7-55, and Bomb Beach 6-6-42, and that'll be played at a packed Cairns Avenue ground.
Quick kick. Did that go 15? No. Umpire said no. Obviously, he did a good job to try and sell it, Bancroft. Kicks in towards the pocket. Little hand pass up. Keegan Downey dispossessed. He's caught. He's holding the ball. Good defence there from Rye.
10 inside 50s to 0, Brendan.
Yep.
The Avalanche is on, but they just can't score.
1 point the margin. 16 scoring shots to 12 in favour of Rosebud, but they trail by a point. Ball is with the captain, Kirkwood. Kicks it long up towards the scoreboard position. Front and centre there was Harrison Divine Richardson. His kick goes nowhere. Bancroft puts it on the boot, bounces out wide towards the boundary. Winters Kerr can't keep it in. And it's over for a boundary throw in 50 metres out from the Rosebud goal. The youth of Rosebud is important in the last quarter, isn't it? The run, they've got a lot more run in them, you would think, at the moment than Rye have.
Rye don't really look like it. I guess the fitter side will win it at the moment, but you looked at, say, the fitter side is definitely Rosebud. They've got more run in their legs, but maybe all it'll take is 1 or 2 inside 50s and it'll turn the game for Rye.
Schultz kicks inside forward 50. Good mark taken there by Big Kirkwood. Plays on. Floats a kick across half-back. Henley needs to get into the game again. Long ball into the centre of the ground. Ball thumped away by Sean Downey. Front and centre doing well. Dodging, weaving. What's he going to do with it? A little dinky kick over the top from Stoffels. Finds Boswell. He's happy to hold it up on this occasion. He's right on the centre wing. Long ball from Boswell. Up and under the 50. Krasker flies. And, Taylor just judged the footy and took the mark. He's been horribly out of touch today, Krasker, and hasn't wanted to go for goal either, has he? He's given a lot more handballs than he has taken shots.
He's had a couple of shots sort of towards the boundary, which hasn't really sort of helped his cause either. There hasn't been too many shots in front of goal for Rosebud this afternoon. They've had to make the most of boundary shots.
Was that high on Appleford? The umpire said no, give it to me. As Stevens comes back onto the ground to replace Boswell for Rosebud.
The way this game's being played, we could conceivably have no goals in this last quarter, and Rosebud could win by the fact that they're probably attacking more.
Well, no more goals anyway. Of course, we do have the one to Spooner. 1 point the margin, 5-11 plays 6-6. But you're right, 2 behinds will get them over the line. They won't need another goal. That's what they're looking for. Chance here for Rye. Whistle. Free kick to Rosebud. Off the play. And that's going to Brenton Payne. Couple of kicks from home. He decides to go long and he looks for Keegan Downey and he gets him. Great mark by Downey. 40 metres out directly in front. He had 2 to contend with. And he really does look a likely type, Keegan Downey.
He's had a pretty good game, Keegan Downey, actually today, considering it hasn't been the easiest day for forwards. But a chance to put Rosebud in front for the first time in the afternoon.
1 goal, 1. He's kicked today. His goal came in the second quarter. Keegan Downey kicks and hooks it. Through for 1 behind. Scores are level at Olympic Oval. Rosebud 5-12-42. Rye 6-6-42. 10.5 minutes gone, final quarter on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Just another score we've got coming through from the Twitter feed in the under-19s. Frankston Bombers 8-13-61 beat Pearcedale 1-5-11 by 50 points. That was this morning. So ball back into play. And it'll come away from, look like Appleford. Millhouse has had really good patches of play throughout this game. Kicked an important goal in the third term. Sets it up around the wing. Worked under the ball was Gregg. Ball to ground level. Clark, Jamie Clark. Goes towards half forward. Peterson tried to work his man Rice under the ball. Rice has had the better of that contest. Ball to ground level. Here's Danaher. Haven't seen a lot of him for a little while, but he looks okay. Looked like he was on the treadmill going nowhere as he took off then, but he found McIndoe, who kicks towards full forward. He's kicked to nobody in particular, and McRae runs onto the footy uncontested. Back towards the wing for Stoffels. Little chip over the top to Spooner. He can build. Gives the hand pass to Jarman. Steadies. Kicks in towards full forward for Keegan Downey. Through his hands. And over for a boundary throw-in.
14 inside 50s to 1 for the quarter. It was Rice's first inside 50 for the quarter.
And it was, you couldn't even call it 1 because he kicked it to a Rosebud player 20 metres in the clear.
Yeah, well, trampolined out, that's for sure. But scores level here at Olympic Oval. And, of course, there is games of football on tomorrow. RWP won't be broadcasting tomorrow. We'll be back on air in a couple of weeks' time. But there's no football at all next weekend.
We'll be around the grounds, though, having a look at different games tomorrow. And you'll find out all about them on our website. As we see the ball come back inside forward 50 from Rose. It's going to land in the goal square. Big numbers for Rye. It's thumped through for a behind by Ryan Taylor. And that puts Rosebud in front for the first time today. 5-13-43 the Buds. 6-6-42 Rye on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. Mornington Peninsula Brewery best on ground is going to be a tough one to vote on. as is the Luke Kane medal. As the ball gets turned over to Boswell, runs to 70, kicks up towards full forward. Kraska's at the back of the pack. Mark has been claimed and not paid. Millhouse asking the umpire why not. In the end, he had to handball it over for a rush behind. 5:14:44 plays 6:6:42. Rye Hotel scoreboard, 13.5 minutes gone, final quarter, and now Rye definitely need to find a goal at the southern end of the ground. Good mark by Jackson Allen. From the kick-in, third quarter went past the 30-minute mark, so you'd think there's still plenty of time, but they just haven't looked like it for a long time, Rye. And that kick has been well marked by Davidge. The big fellas making their presence felt. Kick inside 50, and it's been taken by... It is Jack Jarman, who has had a pretty good day, to be fair.
They look really slow at the moment, Ryan. It's just not... His skills are very, very poor. Like early on, they looked like in that first quarter when they kicked those 4 goals too, they looked like they were going to go inside and they could score at any stage, but they just can't get the ball past the centre of the ground.
They look taller and fitter. Rosebud. Jarman's kick is not good. It goes into the forward pocket. Kraska can't pick it up. Ball knocked away from him towards the line by Millhouse. Back inboard. Clever little kick inboard, and the mark is taken by Spooner. And that, trying to spot where that came from.
1 goal to Rose. I'm going to call it now. One goal to Rosebud will just about kill this game, and it'll only be 7 points if he does get it.
Yeah, well, I can't see Rye kicking 2 goals.
Well, that's the thing. They haven't scored a goal down to that end of the ground. They've scored 1 point in 2 quarters.
The kick lands in the goal square. Fly from the back. Keegan Downey couldn't take the mark. Pack converges. Crowd want a free kick. Umpire says, give it to me.
Still reckon we might be a chance, just a sneaky chance for a draw here to start this 2016 season.
Ball up, 1 down by Kraska, work towards the line. Kept in, snap over the shoulder, Sean Downey, misses. And that takes that draw a little bit further away. It's a 3-point ball game.
Wishful thinking, but you never know, it's still a chance.
5:15:45 Rosebud. If they lose, they've only got themselves to blame, even though they've been behind all day. Rye 6:6:42. Only 2 of those 15 behinds have been rushed.
They missed finals a couple of years ago, Rosebud, due to the 2 or 3 games they were wasteful in front of goals, so they wouldn't want to start the season like that after winning the flag last year.
Is that the year they kicked 0-20?
Yeah, it was. But no, it wasn't.
You don't win many games doing that.
No, Sorrento. They had Sorrento on toast down at Sorrento, I think, and bad kicking cost them the game. And there was 1 or 2 other games that year as well that they missed due to some poor kicking.
So the ball is deep in the back pocket. Michael Greggs had to come a long way up to get a kick. Ball to ground level. Here's a chance now for Rye. Little hand pass from Sterling, missed the target. Back towards the line it goes and over for a throw in. 3 points the lead, 16.5 minutes gone in the final quarter. The Appleford Luck Trophy on the line. It's been in the hands of Rye for 3 years. Or 2 years, I should say. They won it in the 2014 Good Friday game after it was held throughout 2013 by Rosebud. Can they get it back, the Buds? They're looking good at the moment. Little hand pass out the back from Rose, found Jarman. His kick was smothered. Pressure builds. This is their best chance right here for Rye. It's a ball up 55 metres out from their goal.
Well, they've got Henley down there, and really, aside from that first quarter, we haven't seen too much of Nathan Henley. Cometh the man, I think, at this stage. They need someone to stand up.
Toe poke off the ground from Appleford. Could he help win his family trophy? As we have another ball up, just inside forward 50, 17.5 gone. Thanks to the Telstra shop of Mornington and Rosebud. 1 down by Appleford. Bancroft is caught. Little hand pass over the top. Here they go. Stoffels away. Gets a kick onto the boot towards half forward. Kraska gets a 1 out, decides to thump it on. Only man that is in that position is Millhouse. He'll pick it up. Over the top he goes to Rice. Gets it back to a teammate there. Looked like Nisbet. Now it's with Shea. Kicks in towards the centre of the ground. Nisbet this time. Right in the centre. Chips towards forward 50. There's a big push in the back. A big push in the back is not paid. Oh, the crowd goes nuts. The mark is paid to McIndoe. He kicks up towards full forward. Ball brought to ground. Boswell's back there. Will he walk it over the line? Decides not to. Sweeps a hand pass out wide. It was dropped by Corrin. He has time to recover. Kicks out towards the wing. Very wide, too wide. Out of bounds on the full. It's coming back in. Umpire had to have been blindsided on that one. It was so obvious. Ball is with Rye. That's a terrible handball. Puts Samways under pressure. Loses the footy. Oh, toe poke was an air swing for Jarman it was. Now out wide it goes to Danaher. Onto the left boot. Kicks in towards the pocket. Gregg with the fly! Takes a hanger! Had the set Kempt. Set himself and jumped over the top. And Michael Gregg pulls in a screamer. And has a huge kick on his hands here, Vossi.
Coming up to 20 minutes in the last quarter, so huge kick. 16-game season, you want to get off on a good note, and big opportunity here for Rye.
Really tough kick, though. He's 45 metres out, up against the boundary line in the cricket net's pocket. It'll be a tough one. Deliberate over it. He kicked a goal in the first quarter. Haven't seen much of him since. The Corellas are making their way in. Gregg sets it up. Look at this. It's close. He's got it. Michael Gregg delivers right when he's needed the most. And he puts Rye back in front. Unbelievable stuff. Unsighted for 2 quarters. Takes a screamer. Kicks a big goal. And the Demons lead 7-6-48. Rosebud 5-15-45 on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 20 minutes gone in the final quarter.
18 inside 50s to 4, and that's all it takes. Rye get it up there. 1 of 4 inside 50s for the whole quarter. And Matt Gregg goes back and puts his second goal on the board and puts Rye in front, which might just about be the winning goal.
First multiple goal scorer of the game is Michael Gregg. Mr. Whippy's made his way back for us. Here's a chance now. They've got to score another goal now, Rosebud. 20 and a half minutes gone in the final quarter. Ball is in the hands of the Bud. Stevens kicks inside 50, knocked away from Sean Downey. Danaher was involved. He kicked it down to Gregg for that last goal. And the umpire calls for a ball up. What a way for a first game in the Nepean League. Couldn't ask for better.
Yeah, and look, with 2 arch rivals, I guess you expect nothing more than these 2 sides to play out a quality, close quality game like this. Not quality in terms of high skill or anything, but it's close, and that's what you want.
Shea was holding a hamstring, but he looks okay. Kick goes back inside 50. The mark was dropped by Kirkwood. Rosebud in attack, but Kirkwood got up and ran away. Got a hand pass clear. Nisbet gets dumped over the line. Boundary throw-in. 60 metres out from the Rosebud goal. We've got a cracking finish on our hands here. Rye did not look like kicking a goal in this last quarter until Michael Gregg produced a double moment of magic. Mark and goal. Put them back in front. Now they're trying desperately to hold on. Little hand pass up. Trying to work his way through. He ducked his head, did Rice, and the umpire swept his arms. Pinged him holding the ball. Quite correctly said, you ducked into that, and then made no attempt. And that is Hagan Rice who's been pinged. So a huge kick here for Rosebud.
Payne who's got it?
I think it's Brenton Payne, yes. He'll kick from 45 metres out. It'll take everything he's got. It's going towards the line. It doesn't swing back on the breeze, and it misses. And now all those behinds are coming back to bite them. 5-16-46 Rosebud. 7-6-48 Rye on the Rye Hotel scoreboard. 22 and a half gone in the final quarter. Millhouse just kicks it long to the outer side, gets it 60 metres away from goal. Ball flicks out the back, taken by Shea. Kicks around the wing and up and under kick. Brave effort Back with the flight of the ball. Dwyer takes the mark. Chips short. Does well to Boswell. Boswell goes out wider again. Kick inside forward 50 and no mark able to be taken. It's out on the full. And they just want to chew up some clock. Now it's out of bounds.
I'll be happy that the ball's going to the pockets. They're more dangerous if they're going to the top of the goal square. They need to just sort of try and do something that's going to unsettle the right defence, because at this stage, Adam Kirkwood leading that defence down there, they're right on top.
This is a big decision here. He's been deemed to have played on outside the boundary line, and the boundary umpire said, chuck it in. I'll chuck it in. So a throw in, deep in the forward pocket, knocked to ground by Dwyer. Caught, pushed, maybe. Play on, said the umpire. Fair enough. Hand pass out from Wills. Keeps it out wide towards the line. They'll be hugging that boundary line. Dodging and weaving Samways. Gets a kick down towards the wing. Back with the flight of the ball and taking the mark. Running hard through the middle of the ground. Downey kicks towards the pocket. No mark able to be taken there. Who wants this one the most? Krasker wants deliberate. Umpire says chuck it in. Right beside the behind post. Rosebud in attack. 24 minutes gone in the final quarter. The first two quarters went about 25 or 6. The third quarter went 30. So there could be still time. Snap out of the pack. Schultz across the face.
Still chance of a draw.
It's back on, isn't it? Just through all the points they're kicking. 1 goal, 3 for Ben Schultz. Margin is 1.
Unbelievable.
5-17-47 Rosebud. 7-6-48 Rye. Dangerous short kick. Oh, he's dropped the mark. That was Kirkwood. A crucial mistake. Would it hurt them? Downey's caught. He tried to take on the tackler. Umpire said, give it to me.
And, of course, the umpires have got to confer at the end. The score, we think, is right. It's a 1-point lead to Rye at the moment. The umpires have got to confer and sign off on it too.
Count it up on your sheet. Sean Downey tries to bust through. Can't do so. Samways. Little toe poke. Chance here. Bancroft. Snap around the corner. Up and under. Land in the goal square. Who's there? Krasker off the ground. No, didn't get a boot on it.
It's going to be a draw.
It was tapped through by Matt Dunn for a rush behind. Desperation plus. 5-18-48 Rosebud. 7-6-48 Rye. Here we go. Ball back into play. Boswell, it was just over his head. It's on the forward 50. Umpire calls for a ball up.
Both sides have kicked 1 goal in this last quarter, so how much longer are we going to have?
25 and a half have gone. 48 apiece. Siren! It's a draw! A draw to start the Nepean League season on Good Friday.
And the umpires are still to confer to make sure it is, but we believe it is a draw.
5-18-48 the scoreboard reads for Rosebud. 7-6-48 for Rye. Devastation on both sides of the ledger.
The crowd went pretty quiet then too. That's right. I thought there was still going to be another minute or 2 to go.
Let's count it up on our sheet. 5 goals, 2, 4, 5, 7, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. I've got 19. 1, 2, 3, 4,
the 2 that'll confer
5,
the 2 in the
6,
middle.
7, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. No, there's 18. I've got 18. I miscounted.
Doesn't matter what we say.
It doesn't matter what we say at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could have missed writing one down too. We're waiting for the flags. Everyone is looking at the goal umpires.
They know it too.
5-18 the scoreboard says to 7 goals 6 the Rye Hotel scoreboard. What a start to the season. The Telstra Shop of Mornington and Rosebud match of the day. The flags come out. It is 2 points apiece here at Olympic Oval. Rosebud 5-18-48. Rye 7-6-48. A draw to start the season, which means that Rye will retain the Appleford Luck Cup.
You're listening to RPP, the voice of Peninsula football.
Hi, I'm Jack, and my dad is Pete from the Mornington and Rosebud Telstra stores. You all know that Dad and the Mornington team won the Telstra Licensee of the Year award last year. But guess what? The Rosebud team